Well, good morning folks. Ron Bishop from Timaru, New Zealand. Today I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm your traveller's guide today, and I'm going to take you on a journey throughout New Zealand in a little district called MacKenzie in the South Canterbury of New Zealand. And we're going to see a place called Fairlie, and I'm going to video the whole town of Fairlie and bring it back and put it on YouTube for you, and it'll be on the website Traveller's Guide. It's travellersguide.co.nz. So let's get going. I've got a cut lunch, got my Traveller's Guide hat on, and I'll see you shortly. We're about to enter the MacKenzie country. MacKenzie district welcomes you. Here we are in the town of Fairlie in the MacKenzie country. So we're going into Fairlie to have a look around and video the town. This is the first commercial looking building I've found, and it's called Marae, and I don't know why it's called Marae, but it looks like some sort of a rest home. The next commercial building in Fairlie is called VetLife, Animal Health Partners. It's a veterinary service providing health for the next building is called Gibson Brothers Limited, Engineers and Welders. I'm not sure what this building is, but it looks very much like an old post office. There's a place there for a flag and everything, and I think it may be an old post office. Across the road is another building. It looks like an old bank. It's 41 Main Street. That's the address, 41 Main Street. Could be an old bank. This is the Gladstone Grand Hotel, providing accommodation, bistro, bar and bottle store. Further down on the end of this building we have Soul Food, which I assume is they're selling some sort of food there. It's not open at the moment. There's a salon alongside it. Not too sure what kind of a salon it is, but there it is, Soul Food and the Gladstone Hotel. The next building is called MacKenzie Electrical, and the date of that building is AD 1906. Mitsubishi Electrical. This is the MacKenzie District Council, the local bodies here. All the local bodies. This is where the boss men live. Quite a big area they've got there. Goes right back down the back there. Quite a big. Fairlie is on State Highway 8 between Lake Tekapo and Geraldine is State Highway 8. State Highway 79 goes to Geraldine. We are currently on State Highway 8 from Christchurch to Tekapo. It's called State Highway 8. State Highway 79 goes to Geraldine, to your right. This is St. Columba and St. Stephen's Congregation welcomes you. St. Columba and St. Stephen's Congregation. This is a church right here in Fairlie. I like the sign, God is perfect. It is man who makes mistakes. The tenants in this little building are called Tui's Treats, Fairlie, but they're not open today. This little quaint little building is called Poppies, Hair and Flowers. They must do your hair and sell you flowers. Another quaint building there called the Heartlands Fairlie Resource and Information Centre. So if you want to know anything about Fairlie, that's where you come and ask. in the Heartlands Fairlie Resource and Information. Across the road is a smart looking building called the Fairlie Hotel. Top pub, top meals, top service and a bottle store. Hotel beds. Get a single bed there for $40 or double for $70, which includes your continental breakfast. At the town end of the Fairlie Hotel there's a bar called Friday's Bristow, alongside the Fairlie House and Garden Centre. Another old commercial building there, Fairlie House and Garden Centre. It looks like they sell newspapers and magazines as well. There's a clothing shop down below it, and it's called Pre-Loved Clothing. So we don't know who runs that, but there's some pre-loved clothing in those behind that. The next building has half a dozen shops. The Mihai Merino store, that's closed, that's empty, that's for lease if anyone wants a building and a retail space in Fairlie. LJ Hooker are the real estate agents there. The Packer Shack, that seems to sell a bit of everything. I haven't been in there yet. The Gallery Dawson and Hall, that's a Black Sheep Arts, Gifts and Jewellery and more. So I haven't been in that one either. And then alongside that we have Kai. Now Kai is a Maori name for food, so I assume it's a food shop. I'll go and have a... Yes, it's called Kai and Thigh. Trading hours, it's only open in the afternoons. Please be aware that no credit card or cash out policy, and we apologise that Thai food is no longer served on these premises. So it's a takeaway. Okay, we're standing outside the building of Orangi Electric. Fisher and Paykel, Panasonic, Orangi Electric, 1998. Alongside Orangi Electric is Westpac Bank. This is the Westpac Bank in Fairlie, on the corner of Main Street and Regent Street. Across the road from them is the Caltex Fairlie service station. Caltex Fairlie service station, and it's also got MacKenzie Country Motors linked to it. Then we have PGG Wrightson. PGG stands for Pinegall Guinness Wrightson. They're on the corner of Allendale Road and the main street. Right, I'm on the corner of Princess Street and Mount Cook Road, and I'm looking at the BP to go Fairlie, which is a service station. BP to go Fairlie. Fairlie is on State Highway 1. Burks Pass is 21 kilometres, Lake Tekapo is 43 kilometres, Twizel is 101 kilometres, Iraqi is 148 kilometres, and that's the way to Mount Cook on State Highway 1, New Zealand. Found some motels. This is the Pinewood Motels. Spacious self-contained studio and family units. Inspection welcome. I got Sky, barbecue area, playground, golf club hire. It's all there at Pinewood Motel. Fairlie Museum and Colonial Cottage. There it is. There's the Fairlie Heritage Museum in Fairlie. It's also the home of the Whisk and Page. Good coffee and beautiful books. So there you are. The Fairlie Heritage Museum. Here's another sign, the Red Stag Restaurant. Lunch, dinner and functions. Bookings would be grand. Phone 03685
8058. There it is. This building used to be called the Rimawari some years ago, when I knew it. But there it is, in Fairlie, now called the Red Stag Restaurant. There it is. This must be the colonial cottage. It's called the Mabel Binney Cottage in Museum.